All right, guys. So today's the day we're going to give you some updates on what's going on with the Toyota build. So come along with us. All right, guys. So I'm on my way down to PRP. Today's the day I go pick up the seats for the Toyota. We're super excited about that. So let me head on down there and go get those seats. Alright guys, so I'm hitting a little bit of traffic heading on down to PRP. It's kind of expected on the 15 freeway, and it always gets a little bit jammed up. Right now, well, it's opened up a little bit, but I want to tell you a little bit more about the Toyota build. For those of you who are just jumping on our channel, I know we've had a lot more subscribers lately, so just a little bit of refresh. So Nate and I ended up doing a race. We did the 2K50 race with Trail Militia, and we raced our little Toyota. Nate has had this Toyota, pretty much when he first started working as a mechanic. He bought this Toyota off of one of the dealerships he was working at the time, and he ended up paying 50 bucks for the thing. And he rebuilt the motor, and lo and behold, we've had the truck for probably close to, I don't know, almost 18 years, maybe longer, 20. I don't know. So we've had this little truck forever, and we did that race, and Nate and I had a freaking blast racing. And we're like, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's build this little 86 Toyota pickup and turn it into a pre-runner so we can get a little bit of everything. So right now, currently, we have our Gladiator. You've seen it in almost all the videos. It is pretty much set up. We want to call it our overland rig. It's the one that we take out camping probably the most. And then we have our JK. Unfortunately, we blew up the motor in the JK. So currently, we are also rebuilding the JK at this time. We're putting a Hemi V8 in her because we blew up the engine when we were out doing the Mojave Trail. If you haven't checked out that video, go check it out. Even though it was a bad situation, Nate and I made the best of it as we possibly could. But so yeah, so the JK is getting rebuilt. That one we're building more towards our rock crawler, kind of getting into more of the stickier, harder wheeling. And then we have the little 86 Toyota pickup, the one that we're talking about mainly about this build. And that one is a pre-runner, so we want to go fast. We want to just blow through the desert. We want to take her and actually maybe do some races in her, because like I said, Nate and I had a blast racing her. So that's where we're kind of at right now. We've got two major builds going on, so let's get there. Let's get to PRP and go pick up the seats for her. All right, guys, so I've made it to PRP. The showroom's a little bit empty. There's tons of shows going on right now. It is the season. Everybody's out wheeling. So let me show you what the seats look like and give you a little peek of that. And then after I show you the seats, tomorrow I will take you guys down and I will show you what the build looks like so far with the Toyota. All right, guys, so as you can tell, we're sticking with a classic color scheme. We're sticking with the orange, the yellow, and the red. So the Toyota is gonna look so good. I can't wait to show you guys more of the build and get it going. So let's go on there. Let's not keep you waiting. All right, guys, so the magic of YouTube, I am already here. It is the next day. I am at OC Cageworks. I'm gonna give you a little taste, a little see of the Toyota build. I know I was gonna hold off and wait longer for you guys, but we are so ecstatic about the build so far. So let me walk you in, let me show you everything. I'm gonna reveal the seats. Nate has not seen the seats yet. You guys get to see it first before he gets to see them. Well, magic of YouTube. But so let's go show Nate the seats, and then I'm gonna walk you around the Toyota. All right. All right, Nate, you ready?
Yeah, let's check these things out. Wow. They look so good.
Did PRP do good?
Oh yeah.
All right, guys, so like I said earlier, we're sticking with the classic look. The Toyota is going to be in the themes of the colors of red, orange, and yellow. We're keeping to old school, so let me show you one more time what the seats look like. The lighting here at OC is a little bit better than it was at PRP. It was end of day. What do you think, Alice? Yeah, you like them? All right, guys, so that at this point of the build, OC needed to get the seats so he could actually do the inner cage in the cab. So I'm gonna give the GoPro to Nate, and he's gonna walk around and tell you all about the Toyota.
All right, guys, let me walk you around the Toyota here and show you what we got going on so far. OC Cageworks, Omar has been doing a great job down here. We love the way this is coming out and can't wait to see how it goes together. So you can see he's working on the bed cage. We've got that basically all laid out. We've got an awesome crossbar here. He's going to go through the cab down here to tie into the harness bar as well. And then on the inside, let's open the door here. The inside, we're getting mounted to the floor, and then there's going to be another bar that comes off, and we're going to go over to the frame underneath the bottom of the truck. The bars come up. Then we have the overhead going in right now. And then the bar at the back, it's gonna get the B-pillar supports. They're just not in yet. He was waiting on the seats to see where to locate those at. We're gonna take out this factory steering column. I'm gonna go to just a simple steering column, and I have a detachable PRP steering wheel. So we're gonna put that in. I'm gonna get some measurements of the column while I'm here so I can get that set up. And then we'll get the seats in and start doing some door bars and things like that. And we'll do a dash bar and then tie in the column to the dash bar so that's all secure. Big things coming with this little truck. This was a long bed truck, so just in case you guys are wondering, so the frame is a little longer, which is going to help us out. We can extend the wheelbase a little bit when we put on the new Deaver long travel leafs. So we just picked those up the other day. We're waiting now to go down to JD Fab in about a week, and we're going to pick up all the rest of the suspension components we need and the 9-inch rear axle. So this is going to have a full float 9-inch under it. Plan is to run 35, 12.5, 17 tires, and then we're going to go to 6-lug 4x4 Toyota pattern. So it's looking pretty good. Like I said, we're super happy with the way it's coming out, and we can't wait to keep going on this build. Can't wait to get those suspension components and get started on that end. Obviously this is going to be a little bit of a process, guys, so it's not going to be, you know, immediate satisfaction, but once we get it done, I think this thing is going to be amazing, and we can't wait to rip it around the desert some more. All right, thank you guys.
So I'm gonna have Nate show you how light the Toyota is right now, which is pretty freaking crazy. She's still gonna be super light after the build, but right now she is feeling weightless. I know she's on rollers, but Nate, show us.
It doesn't weigh anything back here.
That is freaking crazy. Of course, the fuel cell will be going in the back, so she will be a little bit heavier, but so far the build is looking freaking awesome. We are so freaking excited. Thank you to OC Cageworks for spending the time and effort. Man, he is cranking on this. So now we definitely have to get some more parts and get ready for the rest of the build. So Nate and I are gonna leave everything here. We're gonna head back home and I will show you the leaf springs and then we're gonna call it a wrap. So let's go up there and get back home. All right, guys, so we left OC's. Obviously, we played around a little bit before we came home. The daylight kind of changed on us. But we are back, and we're going to show you the springs that we picked up from Deaver and Nate. They're pretty...
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I gotta admit it. All right, so let's show you those. All right, Nate, you want to break it down?
So these are the long travel leaf springs we picked up from Deaver. For the Toyota, and as you guys can see, I don't know, maybe if I stand it up, you can see a little more. They have a ton of arch in them, so to give you a lot of travel.
Get it on the side here for you guys. Look how many freaking plates there are. I mean, like, this is like crazy. Like, these are beef. Like,
yeah. So I'm not a leaf spring expert, but I think they use more thinner plates, so it gives it more flex. If you were to use, you know, less springs, but they were thicker, like they typically use, I don't think it's going to give you as much movement as it does like this. So, just kind of for a comparison, this is an old leaf spring from our Ford, from the F350. This is a factory leaf spring, stock Ford leaf spring. You can tell the overall length is almost the same. I mean, considering from a full size to a mini truck, I mean, that's pretty crazy. So the length of the spring is really similar, and then I'll show you the arch on this one. This one has almost nothing, I mean, compared to the Deaver. Yeah, you can tell there's just so much more arch to this spring and so much more travel in it.
All right, guys, so we're gonna step inside real quick and finish up this video and give you a little bit more information, but I'm freaking cold right now. It is definitely fall right now, so let's go step inside real quick. Come on. All right, guys, that's a lot better. I'm kind of a wuss sometimes when it gets cold. But that is so far where we're at with the Toyota build. We kind of wanted to show you, like, it is definitely a journey building any vehicle. It's not, we're kind of trying to show you in real time how the build is going. You know, it takes a little bit longer on some parts and get other things here and there. I wish we were maybe like some of the other YouTubers where we could just be like, snap, it's done, here you go. But that's not us.
Well, the reality is that's not real life for anybody.
No.
It does take time to build these things. It takes time to get the parts for them, especially post-COVID. The parts situation is just a mess.
Yeah, so now the next step is probably we got to track down a gas tank, obviously, and then Nate's got to put the suspension on.
Yeah, so we're going to be going down to JD Fab and picking up the suspension for the Toyota. And then, like Fawn said, we're going to put a fuel cell in first. We'll have OC put that in. And then we'll probably pick the truck back up and I'll install the suspension. And then it'll go back to OC to get all the finishing work on the cages and all the shock mounts and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, and then the next step after that would be to start, I want to say, like, getting the truck beautiful. That's when we start getting creative and getting lights and all the fun, you know, wheels and tires and all that other stuff. So there's like a whole nother step after that. But we're going to take you along for the journey for everything we do. If you guys have questions more on the build or where we're kind of headed with it, just drop them down below, leave a comment, and we'll try to address them either in the comments or the next time we film, getting ready for the next step of the truck.
Yeah, and definitely we're learning a lot about the pre-runner side of things. It is completely different than building a Jeep or, you know, some type of rock crawler.
Yeah, so it's really cool. I'm glad we had this opportunity to kind of diverse ourselves and kind of get more out there. Like, it doesn't show it on this channel because we kind of started filming later in our life with our Jeep Precious Metal, our JK. But we started off as overlanders and then we became crawlers, and now we're getting into the pre-runners, which is pretty freaking cool. It's been an awesome journey and we're having a good time. But guys, we want to thank every single one of you who have liked, comment, and subscribed. We're on this YouTube journey and we're really close to 1,000, which is really pretty freaking awesome in my book. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it's exciting.
But guys, you know the drill. We're tired, hungry, and dirty. And that's going to be the end of this dirt road journey. Bye guys.